Okay, hello everyone. Fun fact, this is our second time filming this because we weren't in focus the first time. We are filming a Q&A for Assassins. If you haven't watched Assassins yet, go watch that. There's 3 parts. Mia was my partner. This is Mia. First off, I want to start by saying all of the Assassins videos were filmed before shelter in place, before quarantine. They were filmed in February, and then Mia and I are quarantining together, so we're still staying safe, and I hope you guys are too. We're gonna answer some of your questions, kind of wrapping things up, who won, what happened with quarantine, and all of that kind of stuff. So we're just gonna get into it for the second time. How did you feel about the game at first? And did you think you would win? We did not think we would win.
We definitely didn't think we would win. Our goal the first week was to make it to week 2.
Yes, and we did not think we were even gonna do that.
No.
Part of us thought that we were gonna be bad, and then part of us thought we were gonna be good because I parked in my garage.
We thought that like no one would be able to shoot us because we're just like never
Yeah, we knew
out.
we'd be good at that part, but we didn't think we would be able to shoot people.
Yeah.
Who was the hardest person to assassin? This is a tricky question.
They were all so hard.
Yeah, none of them were easy.
But there was 2 that we didn't assassinate, so I think technically those would be the...
How much money did you spend on this? So we calculated it.
Yeah, okay, we each spent like $30 on guns and bullets.
Yes.
15 to get in. This is each.
Then we spent $5. We paid Jace $5. He said he knew who had us, and then he told us that it was him. So we paid $5 for that, which was not necessary at all.
No,
like,
we were just so on edge. We wanted to.
Yeah, we paid $30 for Marcus. So in total, it was $125.
But yeah, we could have dropped that price a lot.
Yeah, we could have borrowed guns, and we could have only paid $15 each for the game. Is it a school tradition? Yes. We don't know how long it's been going on,
but it's been going on for a long time.
Yeah,
like
I always looked forward to playing it.
Yeah,
like I always really wanted
like
to
everyone
play.
looks forward to it senior year.
How did your school let you do this? Does your school know that you were doing this? No. Long story short, the school doesn't let us do this
at all.
In previous years, they've actually been way more strict about it.
Before, if you like talked about anything about Assassins, you like got sent to the office.
Or if you had a gun in your car, they would walk around and see who had a Nerf gun in their car. So that's why in the rules it like says you can't have your Nerf gun at school or like in your car, and you can absolutely not shoot on any school campuses because it used to be really strict. We got a new principal though, so I think they just had other things to worry about.
Yeah.
How are the Godfathers chosen? So
the Godfathers from the year before choose the next year.
They like pass it down.
Right now it's in like one certain like group of friends pretty much.
Are there multiple? For our grade there was. Oh, last year I think there were 2 also.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I think the last couple years there have been more than one Godfather because make sure everyone has a target and has someone targeting them.
And they also have to stay like on their phones at all times to update the Twitter to keep in touch with everything that's going on in the game. Do people know who the Godfathers are? We did, and everyone in our game did. Previous
years they don't a lot because if our school administration finds out who the Godfather is, they'll like shut down the game because our admin wasn't strict this year. Yeah, it wasn't risky for them to like reveal their identity and for people to know. Do you only get the target's name and you have to figure out who they are by yourself? That's like the hardest part. Yeah. If we had other information, it would be a lot easier. We had to figure out like their work schedule, their practice schedule, and there are a lot of people where they live too. That goes with the next question. How big is your school and how many people played? We think there's like 700 or 800 people in our class. And there were 150 teams of 2, so that's about 300 people that played, which means you're obviously not gonna know every detail of these 300 people playing. But the Godfathers kind of kept it in circles. Griffin, her boyfriend, got her, like they were pairing up people with their friends. They were being like smart they weren't like giving us completely random people. But towards the end it did get, like it has to get to that point. Any rules that you thought were too harsh? So there was one rule. Church parking lots weren't off limits. But we wish they were because then we wouldn't have had the whole week standoff thing for hours and Mia wouldn't have gotten shot. All the other rules like are in place for a reason. Yeah, it keeps everyone safe and it keeps the game not too crazy. Are there any good / funny stories from other teams? Okay, one girl we know got, so there were, are you talking about Justine? Yeah. Her assassins were outside of her work, so you can't get shot while you're at work. They were both at both exits, so she couldn't leave work. She got her coworker to like wheel her out in like a dumpster. Yeah, so she got in a dumpster and like covered herself with garbage bags, and her coworker rolled her out to the dumpster where her partner was waiting, took her home. Justine is her name, who was in the trash can. She FaceTimed her assassins right after, and she was like, "Hey guys, like I'm in the car," and they were like, "What the heck?" Were any friendships tested / put on the line? Did anyone lose friends?
There were a lot of fights going on, and we never experienced any of that, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Like, Kate's assassins were getting so mad at her because they couldn't shoot her, and they were getting upset. Like, they were getting offended that they couldn't shoot her because they wanted to shoot her so they could move on to the next round, but she wasn't leaving her house. And then when she did leave their house to go get her assassins, they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. So they were getting really mad at her, and like all of her friends were attacking Kate, and it was really bad, and it was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, they were being so mean for no reason at all. Whatever. Did any bad things happen during the game?
One person got hit by a car.
He got hit by a car.
But it wasn't like bad.
They were going really slow, and he could like jump on the car.
Like, he ended up on the hood of the car, but he technically got hit. Yeah.
We couldn't remember if it was his assassins hit him or his targets hit him.
Yeah.
But he's okay. What?
Lauren ran over Kylie's
Oh my god. I forgot about
that too. So, okay, Kylie's driving the car. I'm sorry, Kylie. Garrett, the person they were trying to get, was outside, like, running or something. And he was like, all right, Lauren, like, get out, chase him. So Lauren opened the door, got out, and Kylie, like, started to speed off and just ran right over the side of Lauren.
It was fine, like it didn't break or anything, right? She
Yeah,
had a huge
bruise.
Those injuries compared to like what happens sometimes can get really bad. Like last year the police got involved. Some grades like actually like really bad things could happen. But I think our rules are strict enough to where it prevents those things. What was the craziest way someone got assassinated? Well, okay, so there's a lot of teams. I'm sure there are some crazy ways. A lot of people, the way it works is that you get set up.
Like I did.
Oh wait, there is that one, the gym guy. On the first day, Monday of the first week, two friends, they're like workout buddies.
They go to the gym together like most mornings.
One of them was assigned to the other, and in the parking lot he shot him at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So it was really funny because like on the first day everyone woke up to the tweet that like this first guy already got out. He couldn't even last
a couple hours.
There's definitely some crazy setups that have like really elaborate details. Like you can see in my vlogs like a lot of elaborate details go into things.
Well, yeah, I mean like we set Aaron up. Kind of.
That was sad. I felt really bad.
I felt bad too. I gave him a box of Thin Mints.
Oh yeah, we did because he was
but
so
he also
sad
made it
walking
to the
away.
end. So
yeah,
good job, Aaron.
Yeah, little spoiler. And like people who aren't playing the game get involved,
or even like the setup we tried to do the first week.
Yeah, with Ansley and Tara. Some of those are actually successful.
Yeah.
Okay, was there ever a time that you wanted to quit?
Most nights. Once it got to like midnight and we were driving around aimlessly, we were ready to quit.
We're very busy, so like a lot of people were able to like go home, do homework, and then go out. Like we go to practice and then we would go out. Like we wouldn't have time to do work or anything. And then it's also like you can't sleep because you get so much adrenaline.
Yeah.
And you're so worked up that you can't like settle back down to just fall asleep. But like obviously we wanted to quit on the third week. I let
we did.
Me going into In-N-Out is the equivalent of me quitting, I think. But we made it that far. Like it's not like it was the first week. This question's what you've been waiting for. Who won and what was the prize money? So it kind of did not end traditionally in many different ways, not even just because of quarantine. The week after we got out,
so week 4,
the Godfathers changed basically the entire game. They made it kind of Hunger Games style, so anyone could shoot anyone. There was no deadline anymore, and like no one was assigned to a specific person. So whoever was left won, which means a lot of people just hid in their house. The thing that gets people out of their houses is when you have to go shoot someone in order to move on. Jessica and Justine, and then Drew and Aaron, they teamed up together and they ended up shooting one team of 2 people that we didn't really know, and they didn't really know either. They found them in Starbucks. Did you know that?
No.
Both of them, they got tips that they were at Starbucks on 2 separate occasions, and they didn't know who they were. So they went up to them and they were like, "Are you Andrew?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then they shot them because they didn't know who they were.
That's awesome.
And then they shot Tara. Tara and Ansley also made it to the last round. Then when shelter in place happened, we obviously couldn't continue the game. So it started with 16, so there was 4.5 teams left. So they split the money equally between them. I think each team got about $400, a little bit more than $400. That's what I've heard. Ansley got a little bit less than that because her partner got shot. And then the Godfathers take 20% of the whole thing. But who knows how much they actually took because they controlled it all. That's kind of how the Godfathers like kept control of the game. They had all the money. So that's how it worked. Would you do this again? Last question. No. We've actually talked about this a lot. It was
really fun, but it's a one-time.
But if we went back and we hadn't had played it, we would play it. But like if they were like, hey, we're doing another round next month, we would not participate.
It's all everyone talks about at school.
For the first week,
at least, it was the only thing.
You would talk to people in class. It gets really fun, and then it's also like anyone in the senior class could be your assassins. You have no idea.
Like you can't tell anyone information.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of like talking to people like, oh, do you know who has this? Like, it's fun. But yeah, that's all of the questions. The rules are posted below. I posted them on the last one too if y'all want more information. We really got it's over. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. So we're still saying why can't I say